When people doubt you, use it as motivation to destroy expectations. Welcome back to Book in Minutes, the podcast that breaks down life-changing books so you can level up without flipping a single page. Today, we're diving into a book that'll make you question every excuse you've ever made. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Goggins is a former Navy SEAL, ultramarathoner, and the human version of a wake-up call. This man ran 100 miles on broken feet, did over 4,000 pull-ups in 24 hours, and conquered his own mind like no one else. If mental toughness had a hall of fame, he'd be the first inductee. So today, we're talking about 6 principles that will harden your mind, push you past your limits, and make you unstoppable. And because this is Book in Minutes, you know we're keeping it fun, relatable, and packed with real-life examples that hit harder than your morning alarm. Alright, strap in, because comfort zones are about to get destroyed. 6 essential ideas. The 40% rule: you have way more left in the tank. When you think you're at your limit, you're actually only 40% done. Your brain is wired to avoid pain and discomfort, so it sends signals to quit way before you're actually maxed out. Goggins realized this when he pushed through brutal Navy SEAL training, despite his body screaming for him to stop. The key is to recognize these false limits and keep going when others would quit. Whether it's running, working, or learning, you've always got more in you than you think. This rule applies to everything in life, not just physical endurance. When your mind says, "I can't do this anymore," challenge it, because that's where growth begins. If you can push past that point, you'll separate yourself from 99% of people who give up too soon. Most of us never experience our true potential because we quit when it gets tough. Stop believing your brain's lies, push through, and you'll be shocked at what you can really do. Example number 1. You're doing push-ups, and by 15, your arms are shaking like a wobbly table. Your brain is screaming, "We're done." But then, your annoying little cousin walks in and says, "Wow, that's all you got." Suddenly, you drop and do 10 more out of pure pride. Turns out, you weren't done. Your brain was just playing tricks on you. Example number 2. You claim you can't function without breakfast, but then your boss schedules an early meeting. Suddenly, you're working at full speed on an empty stomach. You realize you weren't actually starving. Your brain was just complaining out of habit. The next time you feel too tired or too hungry, push through. It's probably just the 40% rule trying to stop you. Callous your mind. Build mental toughness through repeated discomfort. Your mind is like your hands. If you expose it to hardship over and over, it toughens up. Goggins calls this callousing the mind, forcing yourself through pain until it no longer affects you the same way. The more you push through discomfort, the stronger your mindset becomes. The first time you wake up at 5 a.m., it's brutal, but after a month, it's just part of life. The same goes for exercise, learning, or anything else. What once felt impossible becomes normal. This is why most people stay weak. They avoid pain instead of embracing it. They stop when things get hard, never allowing themselves to adapt. But if you consistently face discomfort, your threshold for pain grows, and things that used to break you will barely bother you. Every time you endure something tough, you're building mental armor that makes you unstoppable. Discomfort isn't a reason to stop, it's a sign that growth is happening. Example number 1. The first time you take an ice bath, you scream like you stepped on a Lego. Your body is in full panic mode, and you last 10 seconds before jumping out. But after doing it daily, you start lasting a minute, then 2, then 5. The ice didn't change, your mind just got stronger. Example number 2. You think you can't survive without your phone, so you leave it at home for an hour. The first 10 minutes feel like you lost a limb, but after a while, you actually enjoy the silence. Then you realize you weren't addicted to your phone, you were addicted to distraction. Next thing you know, you're having deep thoughts like some kind of philosopher. The accountability mirror: stop lying to yourself. Most people sugarcoat their problems and make excuses for why they're stuck. Goggins didn't. He looked in the mirror and called himself out, brutally. If he was overweight, he didn't say, "I need to get in shape." He said, "I'm fat and lazy. Time to change." It wasn't about being mean. It was about being honest enough to fix the problem. Most of us tell ourselves comforting lies. "I'll start tomorrow." I don't have time. I try my best. But deep down, we know the truth. We could have done more. The accountability mirror forces you to face reality so you can actually improve. When you stop making excuses, you take back control of your life. Example number 1. You say you want to eat healthier, but every night, you're deep in a romantic relationship with a pizza. The accountability mirror moment? Looking yourself dead in the eye and saying, "Bro, you're not bulking. You're just eating like a raccoon. Own it, fix it, move on." Example number 2. You swear you don't have time to read, yet somehow, you've watched an entire season of your favorite show in one weekend. The mirror doesn't lie. Say, "I clearly have time, I just waste it." Then pick up a book instead of the remote. Take souls. Outwork everyone around you. Most people do the bare minimum and call it a day. Goggins. He does more just to prove a point. Taking souls means dominating so hard that people are forced to respect you. It's about being so relentless that your competition starts questioning their own existence. If someone thinks you'll quit, you don't just finish, you finish with style. This mindset is about turning obstacles into fuel. When people doubt you, use it as motivation to destroy expectations. If a boss gives you an impossible deadline, finish early just to watch their jaw drop. If your classmates are cramming for a test, study twice as hard and make it look easy. The goal: make them wonder if you're even human. Example number 1. Your gym buddy laughs and says, "I bet you can't do 10 pull-ups." Instead of arguing, you silently bang out 20. Now he's standing there, questioning every decision in his life. That's taking souls. You didn't just win, you made him regret challenging you. Example number 2. Your boss dumps an extra project on your desk, thinking you'll struggle. Instead of complaining, you finish it before lunch and casually ask, "Need me to handle something else?" Now, your boss is rethinking who the real MVP of the team is. That's how you take souls, by flipping expectations upside down. The cookie jar. Use past wins to fuel future challenges. When life gets brutal, most people focus on how hard things are. Goggins says to reach into your cookie jar, a mental list of all the tough things you've overcome. It's a reminder that you've survived worse, and you'll survive this too. Your past victories aren't just memories, they're proof of your resilience. Every time you struggle, pull out a cookie and keep pushing. This works because our minds forget how strong we really are. When you doubt yourself, look back at the times you pushed through pain, exhaustion, or fear. If you survive that, you can survive this. Instead of focusing on how much it sucks now, focus on how powerful you've already proven yourself to be. Use your past wins as fuel to conquer whatever is in front of you. Example number 1. You're on a brutal run, and your legs feel like concrete. Instead of quitting, you remember the time you ran a 5K while sick. If you could do that, you can finish this. Boom! One mental cookie eaten, and you push forward. Example number 2. You're about to take an exam, and panic starts creeping in. Then, you remember the time you aced a test you barely studied for. If you pulled that off, you can handle this one. Another mental cookie down the hatch, and now you're confident instead of scared. Embrace the suck, seek out pain on purpose. Most people avoid discomfort like it's an aggressive telemarketer. Goggins. He hunts it down. If something sucks, he leans in harder. Why? Because suffering is the only way to grow mentally stronger. Instead of avoiding hard things, he chooses them on purpose. That's how you become the kind of person who laughs in the face of struggle. When you expose yourself to pain regularly, life's challenges stop feeling overwhelming. You stop dreading hard tasks because you've already trained yourself to handle them. The goal isn't to just survive discomfort, it's to thrive in it. Example number 1. It's pouring rain, and you have 2 choices: skip your run or embrace the suck. Goggins would lace up his shoes and go run twice the distance. Why? Because when life gets hard, you don't want to be the person who folds at the first drop of rain. Example number 2. You hate public speaking, so instead of avoiding it, you sign up for a speech competition. Now, the fear doesn't control you, you control it. After 5 speeches, you're no longer scared. You're the one making others nervous. Final thoughts. Can't Hurt Me isn't just a book, It's a mental gut check that exposes your excuses and dares you to push past them. David Goggins proves that your limits are mostly self-imposed, and the only way to break them is through relentless discipline, discomfort, and brutal honesty with yourself. If you apply even a fraction of his mindset, you'll stop living on autopilot and start taking control of your life like never before. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Book in Minutes. If David Goggins taught us anything, it's that we're all capable of way more than we think. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, and start pushing past your limits, because no one's coming to save you. If this breakdown fired you up, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment on what book you want next. And remember, discomfort is where growth happens, so go do something that sucks today. Until next time, stay focused, stay disciplined, and as Goggins would say, stay hard,